I had over 125 minutes worth of content to pare down into this weekly vlog. That's why it's late, but let's get into it. Starting with Sunday, I hired a private driver to take me around in Dalat, which is the way to go if you're in Dalat. It's not expensive, maybe $60 for the day. We did a little bit of sightseeing. He took me by this neighborhood where the ethnic minority live, and I tried to get some video of us walking and talking about the minority, and then my camera fell because I did something stupid. It fell and pretty much broke, and I looked like I was crying, but I wasn't actually crying. I'm just this good of an actress, but I was upset about it. Anyway, moving on, got a buffalo sighting, saw a waterfall, and then I saw these interesting trees on the side of the road that I'd never seen before, so he pulled over so I can see them. They were peppercorn trees. I've never actually seen peppercorn trees. I've seen peppercorn, but not peppercorn trees. I love pepper so much. I put it on my food like people use salt. But anyway, I got to try these, and it was so strong and peppery. I'd never had pepper straight off the tree before. This was a really cool experience. Then we saw this super tall Lady Buddha. I think this is the tallest Lady Buddha in the world, not sure. Also, we went to Fairy Tale Land. I was living out my childhood dreams. And then the grown-up version of me went to their winery and tasted some wine. They had some really nasty stuff, as you could tell by the look of my face. And then that night, I went out to the night market because that's just something you got to do in Vietnam. But I didn't want anything at night market, so I went to this restaurant that I had seen while I was in the taxi and had saved. I'm so glad I went because they had amazing drinks and fantastic food. Listen, fine dining me, please. I ended up having a great conversation with the bartender who was really into cocktails. I ended up chatting it up with a couple next to me and told them that my go-to drink when I don't trust the bartender is whiskey and ginger ale. And the guy said he had never had any. So the bartender made us some and we toasted it up. And my dinner was just about $40. And I had multiple cocktails and multiple dishes. Left the restaurant and went to a pool hall. There's a lot of pool halls in Vietnam. They love to shoot pool. I was trying to prop up my phone and record myself, and this guy came over and brought a whole ring light for me to. I ended up shooting one of the best games of pool I've ever shot in my life. I had a great time. Monday, I got up and went to check out a temple. There are a lot of Buddhists in Vietnam, so there's a lot of Buddhist temples. This one was made of a whole lot of beautiful mosaics. And they have this thing where you can write down your goals or dreams or wish. Then you put a little bit of paste on it, and then you paste it onto this large bell. And then you're supposed to ring the bell 7 times, but I'm not Buddhist, so I didn't do it. Then I went back to go check on my baby, my camera, to see if maybe she just needed some rest and relaxation, but she still was not working. Womp, womp, womp. Anyway, it was time for me to check out. I called down to get my bags. I am no longer taking my bags down from now on. I also asked the staff to wash the strawberries that I picked. These strawberries were so freaking good. Strawberries straight off the vine. Yes, please. Then I went and found a place that did banh can cua, which is my favorite Vietnamese meal. At this point, banh can is this thick noodle soup. Cua means crab. So this soup actually has crab meat in it. This one had like a crab cake, and then it also had crab claws. But basically the noodles are thicker than pho noodles. So you can see the noodles are thicker, but they're soft as well, but not quite vermicelli. This cost 60,000 Vietnamese dong, which is about $2.50. Then I went to walk around the lake and ran into another Black woman. I had been there for days and hadn't seen any Black people, but I ran into a Black woman. We exchanged numbers. And then it was time for me to leave. I was actually pretty sad because this hotel was wonderful and the weather was so fantastic. Flew Vietjet Air, which is like their JetBlue, but I flew in their business class. And let me tell you something, they treat you so well. They actually put your bags up for you. The flight attendant got my attention so I could see the sunset over the clouds. And then when you land, they actually take your bags down for you as well. I've never seen this on business class on any flight. They also pick up their business class passengers in a van. I was the only business class passenger, so I had the van all to myself. And continuing this princess treatment, I checked into the JW Marriott Hanoi for the 4th time, and they gave me an apartment. I had a whole apartment with a living room, a walk-in closet, a separate bedroom. They were spoiling me, but I ended up having a late night meeting. So then Tuesday, I got up bright and early, headed to the gym to do chest and triceps. And then I went out to go get a package that was mailed to me from Hoi An. It was basically the dress that was made for me. So I went back to the hotel to try it on. Quick tip, don't let anybody make you anything in 24 hours. This dress was cute, but also it needs alterations. Like it's too long and it's too big. So I'm gonna have to pay to get it altered. Anyway, Wednesday, I bought a suitcase to pack up some snacks that I bought for my daughter and also that someone gave me. I told my friend Ziot's mom that I love the fried garlic. She gave me this big behind bag of fried garlic. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Anyway, I bought a whole bunch of snacks for my daughter and her boyfriend, who is Vietnamese, but he's never been to Vietnam. So got them some snacks, packed those up, and I also had to pack up all this crap. I hit the gym to get these shoulders in and also put some conditioner in my hair and went into the steamer so I could do a deep condition. Showered, washed up, and went down for my last breakfast at my favorite place on earth, JW Marriott Hanoi. One quick thing, I like to eat kimchi at least 2 or 3 times a week. Y'all should really get into kimchi. It's very good for you. Finished packing up my bag so I could scurry down and chat it up with my homies that work there. Yes, I've been there enough time to have homies that work there. and then had to actually officially for real leave Hanoi and head to Bangkok. Checked into Bangkok, and I actually stayed at these Marriott executive apartments. Pretty perfect for a remote worker. It had a kitchen, it had a desk and all that. But dropped my stuff and went to go to a restaurant nearby. It was closed, and I saw another restaurant. It was actually closing, so I ended up going to this really cool bar. Sat and talked to the bartender. They had some cool cocktails and I was vibing. They were playing Afro beats. I, of course, made friends with the waiter and the bartender and was vibing with the DJ. Like, we were all homies by the end of the night. Bartender got me to try a second drink, which was more like a dessert. I had to eat it with a spoon. And then he was trying to get me to try another drink. I was like, sir, if you don't leave me alone. Okay. And then Thursday, I got up to enjoy the view of Bangkok and get a little bit of work done. Went to work on my back a little bit as well. And then I went to the infirmary to get my baby fixed. But they told me it was going to take 1 or 2 months to get it fixed. And I was like, nah. So I went to the DJI store to try to buy another Osmo Pocket, but they were out of stock. So I was sad. So I went to hang out by the pool and just relax my nerves about the whole thing. That night I had made reservations at the place that was closed. So got dressed, got cute to head out there. It's basically a hand roll bar where you can do tastings of hand rolls. I did 5 tastings of hand rolls and they were delicious. They make them for you right there. This is a really great dining experience. I'll do a separate post about this. Then went back and laid around and watched Paradise. Show's really good. I'm glad I got bullied into watching it. Friday morning, I was curious to see if my DJI was actually working. So I tested it out and y'all, it was working. Praise be. It just needed some rest and relaxation. So I recorded another YouTube video and then went out for a walk to go check out this restaurant my friend Glow told me about. Turns out it was yet another Michelin star restaurant. And then I headed out to the metro. I love riding public transportation. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love to walk and I love to ride good public transportation. Went to the mall just to get some stuff from Sephora. And on Saturday, I got up and checked into the St. Regis for just one day. I've never stayed at St. Regis before. This place was so nice. Hotel room felt luxurious as soon as I walked in. And y'all, I had a butler. I had a butler assigned to me. He came in and I didn't even know how to act. He was explaining to me that they do unpacking services for you and they'll also repack your bags. I didn't even know how to act. Like, what do you mean you're going to unpack my bags? Anyway, I didn't let him unpack my bags. I just got the tea and sat down and enjoyed myself like the princess I have become on this trip. Okay? I was actually tired, but I went up to the rooftop to check out the Sabre show. What's a Sabre show? It's this. How cool is that? I finally got to see this in person, and then they give you champagne and everybody does like a cool little champagne toast and watches the sunset from the rooftop. And that night I went to their Michelin star restaurant called Ignive. It's located in the hotel. This restaurant was quite decadent. This whole meal was very decadent and indulgent. It was a 19-course tasting, y'all. One thing about me, I love fine dining so much, and it's become my thing to eat at Michelin star restaurants all over the world and do their tasting menus. I mean, look at me eating with my eyes closed like I'm a food critic. Fun fact, last year I actually looked up what it would take to be a Michelin star judge. I learned that I don't want to be one, but maybe I'll be a Michelin star travel writer. Anyway, they end the night with giving you some candy from their candy bar, and that was the end of my week. Thanks for hanging out.